Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's been almost a year since I posted my last video, and I am honestly just super happy to be back. I did have a lot of life stuff going on, so I did have to take a step back and not really get any content out, which definitely sucked. But to all the people that was watching my videos in the meantime and still subscribing, y'all are the best. I believe we are sitting at 517 right now. Hopefully after this one, we do go up a little bit. Which would be cool, but I'm not asking for much. I do just enjoy building the computers, doing the edits and things like that. So, anyway, any subscribers is cool, but just getting my content out there is pretty awesome. But anyway, we are looking at the computer behind me, which is an absolute powerhouse. It's going to be featuring a 4070 Ti, which sadly you're not going to be able to really get in 2025, but I do recommend maybe a 7700 XT or a 7800 XT, much easier to find. But it is also paired with the 7700X, which is an absolute powerhouse of a CPU, especially for the price point. We did get a bunch of our parts from our Micro Center this time, and then some on Amazon. I'm not really going to be selling over on Java, or at least I don't plan to for the near future. It's just way too expensive selling on there. Like this computer, for example, it's going to end up costing around $1,700, maybe $1,600, give or take. I'd have to sell it for like $2,000 or over just to be able to make my money back, plus all the shipping costs and everything like that. So it's just really not worth it. But I am going to be selling on Facebook Marketplace. So if you are local to me, hit me up. But yeah, aside from that, with that being said, excuse me, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit all those fancy buttons down there. Would be greatly appreciated. I am going to be hoping to get more videos out more consistently. I do actually already have all of the parts over there for 2 more upcoming builds. So yeah, that's exciting. But anywho, again, hit that subscribe button and let's get into the build. Alrighty, first we're going with the B650 Gaming X AX V2 from Gigabyte. Absolute mouthful, but 200 over at Micro Center. Very nice motherboard. I really like the look of it. 128 gigabytes of RAM, and it has 2 SSD slots. For the CPU, we're going with the Ryzen 7 7700X, 8 cores, 280 over at Micro Center. Gonna go ahead, pull our little latch up, open our CPU door, and AM5 is going LGA, so you don't have to worry about breaking any pins. Hell of a lot easier, but just go ahead, match up the little arrows, pop that bad Larry in there, and then we're just gonna close our CPU door. This will be kind of hard to get down, but just push through and clip it back on there. Make sure you save the little plastic piece for if you got to return the motherboard. So up next our RAM, and we are going with slots A2 and B2, which are the ones that I just clicked down. And we are going with the G-Skill Flare X5 series, 32 gigabytes, 83 over at Micro Center. And actually the motherboard, CPU, and the RAM were all combo deal over at Micro Center. So if you do have one of them nearby and you're able to take advantage of that, I definitely would. Save yourself like $100. But next up, SSD. This is literally the only SSD that I'm going to be going with for the near future. $60 over on Amazon, and it's just awesome. It gets the job done, 1 terabyte, and this motherboard does have a space for an extra one down the line, but so once we get that in there, we do have to use one of the little M2 screws, and we'll just screw that down, and then afterwards we're able to get our heatsink on there. And make sure you peel the plastic off the thermal pad. Alright, just screw that back down and we are all set. Alright, next up, we're going to get the cooler on there. So put your motherboard to the side. And we're going with the Thermalright Frozen Warframe Pro 360, less than $100 over on Amazon, and it's kind of like the Kraken from NZXT. Has a little LED screen, play videos, put a picture up, keep track of the temps on the PC. Very nice. That's all the things we'll need with our AM5 board. And we can go ahead, bring our motherboard back in. And first up, we got to take the little black brackets off. So just unscrew those real quick and put all your stuff to the side. Yeah, make sure you don't lose any of your screws. All right, so got to get the brackets on there, starting with our little red AMD spacers. And then these go in curved side facing in towards the CPU. And just get these tight enough to hold it down. Don't over tighten anything. All right, make sure you peel this off. Don't become a statistic. Don't want to have your CPU fried within the first few days because you didn't take that off. So up next, thermal paste. This did come along with the cooler. I feel like in 2025, all coolers are probably coming with the tube. So either way, pretty cool. So just get enough on there. You don't need a lot. The AM5 CPUs are actually like pretty small surface area, so you should be fine. So just go ahead and get your cooler tightened down on each side. There you go, not going anywhere. And the little screen is actually just a little magnet, which I actually was not aware of when I got the cooler, but very nice. So get our pump plugged in. And then we have this little micro USB that we will plug in later on. All right, we're all set. We can put the motherboard aside again, and we're gonna pull out our case. Okay, so for the case, we're going with the Okinos Aqua 9. Probably not how you say it, but 110 over on Amazon. We're getting 5 ARGB fans. We have air pulling up for the GPU along this curve, which is pretty cool. It is compatible with the new motherboards with all of the sockets in the back. Pretty dope. Spin around, take a look at the back. And we do have reverse flow fans as well, so these 3 fans in the back will be intaking air. The only downside to this case is the cable management. There is not a lot of space, although it looks like there would be. There's just a lot of cables that are going to be in here, so I will be butchering this later on, which you will see once we get to the back, but just fair warning. But we're going to go ahead and get the motherboard in. This does have a pre-installed I/O, so don't have to worry about getting a little aluminum one in there. Makes it, 1, easier, and 2, it just looks way cleaner. Really feels like it's like part of the case. But go ahead and grab a bunch of these flanged screws. Make sure they have that little flange on there, and just go ahead and get all of those screwed in. All right, that'll do it. Make sure it's nice and tight. Yep, not going anywhere. And up next is our radiator. Just gonna go ahead, throw that up top. And just get all these screwed in. Get our dust cover back on top. And for the power supply, we're going with the XPG Core Reactor 2, 650 watts, 80 plus gold. For the price point, this is honestly a killer ass power supply. It is ATX 3.0, so we do have that 16-pin power connector for the GPU. Very clean and fully modular. We also got a nice little bag with all of our cables. And this is actually just going to be like the back connector that came off the case. Pretty cool. Just go ahead and get that all screwed on there. And a note from myself from the future while I'm doing this voiceover, make sure that you get all of your cables connected before you put this back in. Save yourself a few minutes. I realized after the fact I could not get the connectors in, and had to repeat this process. So yeah, just note to self, don't do that. But let's pretend that I had that all plugged in already. Yeah, we're just gonna go get those thumb screws in there, and we're all set. But we are using the 24-pin power connector for the motherboard, the 8-pin for the CPU. There's that 16-pin 12-volt that I was talking about for the GPU. And then we just need a SATA power connector for all of our fan connectors, RGB, stuff like that. And then I am using the Asia Horse extension kit, all white. You don't need these, but if you want some extra style points in your PC, you're probably going to want to use some custom cables. So yeah, like I said, whole bunch of cables here in the back. Absolutely butchered it. This panel in the middle is absolutely doing the heavy lifting. But it's fine. We're going to get the back panel on there, and then you don't have to worry about it. So as long as that back panel can get fit on, I think we're good. That's my motto. Nobody sees the back anyway. But looks good. Let's flip around to the front, check that out. So yeah, behind the scenes, I did go ahead and get all of those cables plugged in. I feel like the white looks really good. Gives it a nice color pop. Absolutely beautiful. I'm looking forward to setting that up. You'll see what I do with it later on. For the GPU, we're doing 4070 Ti. You're not going to be able to find this in 2025. They stopped manufacturing all the 40 series cards, unfortunately. I think you can probably still find some 4060s every now and then. But I was fortunate to grab this in 2023. Only did a little bit of testing with it and then threw it in a box, and it's just been sitting there ever since. So figured I'd finally use it. So if you do have one or can find one used or something like that, definitely grab it. But otherwise, you could also get a 7700 XT or a 7800 XT. Probably find those a hell of a lot easier, and it's comparable. Granted, you do lose the DLSS and all the fancy ray tracing and stuff that you get with the GeForce. But anywho, that aside, just get that all plugged in. And also, again, another note from future me, if you're going to be using the sag bracket like I am, make sure that you get that all screwed in first, because again, I had to go basically unscrew the entire GPU and repeat this whole process. But hindsight's 2020, so otherwise everything's looking great. There's that sag bracket I was talking about, so like I said, have to redo all of that, but definitely make sure you do use this though. It's going to prevent the 40 series cards from pulling down and potentially breaking the socket on the motherboard, which will definitely suck. Yeah, everything looks great. Really looking forward to getting this set up. We just got everything plugged in, and let's get the power supply plugged in. Go ahead and make it all fancy, turn off the lights. Flip on your power on the back of the power supply, and here we go. Moment of truth. As long as we see our lights, and there we go. Always a good sign. Obviously, we have to plug it into the motherboard, or the monitor. Make sure we're posting, but it is definitely a good sign. Seeing the lights come on, we at least know that we have everything plugged in correctly. Yeah, looks beautiful. Another successful build. Oh, gorgeous. So yeah, now that we have everything knowingly working, we can unjinx ourselves by putting the front panel on. I always like to wait just in case you have to get back in there. I feel like once you put that front panel on and then find out something's not working, you're like, great, I have to pull it back off. All right, we got it hooked up to the monitor, not the motherboard. But yeah, I just want to make sure that we're going to post. Which, with everything being new, and if anything's not faulty, should just turn on. And we do look like we're posting. There we go. I say it like I'm not doing a voiceover and already know everything works. But you know, you gotta be make it look like this is all happening right now, real time. But no, everything looks great. I do have to go ahead after the fact, get the RAM up to speed, install Windows. Obviously, I do that all behind the scenes. But once that's done, we get to the benchmark and playing the games, which is the most exciting part. All right, with that being said, I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Alrighty guys, so we are done and officially at the midpoint of the build, or the video, and I think the build came out great. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I did end up going with the Kaido theme after I got in there, got Windows set up and everything, because again, I cannot underestimate how big this case is. If you're looking for a smaller form factor, definitely don't use this case, but it is nice. I highly recommend it if that's not a problem. But yeah, with that being said, we can go ahead and hop into the benchmarks, and this thing definitely overperformed my expectations. We're going to be testing 12 games, and we've got a few of the different benchmarks like fur marks, Cinebench, Time Spy, all those. But yeah, you will see that it's pretty good. If you are building this, you have something to look forward to. But yeah, with that being said, another reminder, go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me. We can definitely get up to 1,000, and that would be freaking badass. But again, no expectations. But anyway, let's get into the benchmarks.
fight.
Criminales. La policía de Nagasaki está alerta. Más del 70% de la ciudad es vigilada por drones.
She wouldn't give up that easy, would she?
She never does. Stay alert.
There she is! Brother! Let go of him! Got you! You gotta get away from her!
I'm trying!
All set! Phone it in! I'm making the call. I saw you save the number. All right, we gonna do this?
What did, Mr. Moon? Demi, guys, ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
A demi-guise? I don't know what he's putting in his pumpkin juice, but he's obviously had too much of it. I've never seen Mr. Moon in such a state. Mr. Moon is quite the character. My sister Anne thinks he's lovely, but I'd say he could improve a bit as a caretaker.
Three, two, one! You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
I've been saving the world since I was a teenager.
Watch out, they're headed our way!
I like the cold.
He's strong!
Principal Evans already hates me for being late this morning.
Bro, I told you to be on time.
It's fine. I'll be back before we know it.
Good, because I have my college application review with the school counselor.
Oh, finished your essay?
Haven't started.
Oh, well, let's get to the city and take care of Marco quick then.
We're not getting anywhere with a busted data spike. Come on, Nix. Let's see Preben. Then we break into Club Tarsus and steal the forged identity cards from their safe. With any luck, he'll get us on a shuttle to the core worlds.
Come here.
Huh. All the merchants are out for the Kanto Cup.
Drop on by.
Next shipment's coming in.
There's Preben.
Alrighty guys, that will do it for this video. If you stuck around to the end, I appreciate it, and make sure to hit that like button if you did. yeah, this build came out awesome. Definitely killed it with the 4070 Ti and the 7700X. Definitely a good pairing. We did end up spending about $1,700, give or take, a little over. But definitely worth it. I definitely did want to come back with a more higher end build for my first video after being on a hiatus for so long. And I definitely think I hit the mark. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Did you guys like the build? Did you follow along? Have you done something similar? I would love to hear it. Yeah, with that being said, just happy to be back making videos for you guys. I definitely miss doing it. And again, to all my 500 subscribers, or 517 to be exact, you guys are seriously the best, and I really appreciate you all. Yeah, that'll do it, guys. Just hit that subscribe button, comment, hit the like, hit the bell, do all the fancy YouTube things. I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely would love to finally hit that 1,000. But anywho, that'll do it. And until the next video, which I promise will be out in probably a couple of weeks, maybe sooner, I will see you on the next video, and peace out.